Hello everyone. I would like to touch upon a topic on redevelopment of cooperative society buildings. Generally, queries have been raised by members of the society that whether a cooperative society can undertake the development of the society's building on its own. The answer is very yes. Definitely, the cooperative society can come forward and take up the cause of redevelopment of its own building. We have seen in our practice that the decisions have been taken generally by the cooperative societies, and the decisions taken by the societies are adhered to, respected, and also taken forward by the societies. However, the trend has been to appoint a builder and go for redevelopment of the existing building of the society. Why we appoint the builders? Because the builders are professional business houses. They have expertise in ensuring that the development takes smoothly. They will be having sufficient manpower to give effect to the project of redevelopment. Quickly coming back to the point, when we as a society members are doing voluntary job of developing the society's building by playing a role of a chairman, secretary, treasurer, or the members of the redevelopment committee, whether we will be able to manage the show or not. Very frankly, the whole issue is involving the ownership of ensuring the project goes through very smoothly. We need to understand both positives and negative aspects of redevelopment. Positive aspects, all are aware that once you would like to enjoy the fruits of the development, everybody would like to ensure that they are going to be party to the whole thing. But the slightest of slight problem with regard to the development, plans, execution, financials, the whole society gets divided into parts. Whether there is any solution to the whole problem to ensure that the society can complete the whole building without any impediment, problem, or crisis? The answer is yes. You can overcome all these problems with the proper planning and execution of your plan. Typically, when the society goes for redevelopment, you need to ensure that potential disputes are taken into consideration. Why the projects gets commercially unviable, or why the project gets commercially beyond the limit in terms of spending and financial crisis. In my opinion, generally any disputant among the society members, being a signatory to the affidavit, consent, and also the agreement for self redevelopment, if there is any dispute with regard to such execution of the works, then such disputing party can make the life miserable for everybody. Whether a dispute is a mere dispute between the parties, answer is no. If the dispute is mere dispute, you can resolve it. But what happens typically, if you fail to assess the veracity of the dispute, then the whole project goes for a toss. Therefore, we need to categorize the probable difficulties in terms of execution of a redevelopment project, especially self-redevelopment project. We have seen in some of the court cases wherein the society members who were a party to the whole proceedings of resolutions, decisions, special general body meeting, annual general body meeting, suddenly raising queries with regard to the conduct of the society. with regard to the conduct of society. That is, the way in which resolutions are passed, consultants are appointed, whether a dispute is relating to a civil court, high court, or cooperative court, etc., etc. The true color of a disputed member is seen in the courts when the same member of the society who would like to stop the redevelopment project and would like to call off his decision with regard to the redevelopment. Now, what a professional managing committee, though it is voluntary, is supposed to do in terms of avoiding any sort of disputes. Take it from me, when there is a money, when there is a development, when there is profit, when there is allocation of assets, when there is a lottery system with regard to allotment of a floor area, the flat number, the parking, there are possible areas of disputes. So therefore, you need to have a proper mechanism to amicably resolve the issue and complete the development plan. You need to set up a proper working plan. I will suggest few of the methods quickly. You need to set up an internal society disputes mechanism. In the internal society dispute mechanism, you need to understand what is that disagreement, why this dispute is there. Some seniors, some matured people can form a small subcommittee to deal with this issue from time to time. You need to respect the problem raised by the member, issue raised by the member. Then definitely small issues can be resolved. Then any dispute relating to the vendor and contractors. Please understand, unlike a redevelopment project, you are not dealing with only one entity, that is the builder. In case of self-redevelopment, society itself is a principal. Society is appointing contractors. So therefore, you are going to be a voluntary member of the society who is going to be subject to litigation. So therefore, you need to understand that the communication is proper, the dispute is resolved in terms of the basic contractual terms agreed with the contractors and consultants. You need to appoint professional project management consultants, architects and advocates, and try to factor maximum paragraphs in the agreements and in the consent affidavit which you take from the members. There will be disputes relating to financial matters in terms of contribution by the member, payable amount to the contractors, and allocation of the profits in case the whole project goes very smooth. Now, there will be element of approvals to be taken from the regulators like corporation and various departments like fire department, police department, and all other departments concerned, for which you may have to appoint a licensing officer who will ensure that everything goes smooth and in the interest of the society according to the terms. Now, apart from that, what is most important for self-development? It is very easy to criticize builders. It is very easy to criticize government, corporation, or any other law enforcing agency. But the point here is, when you are developing your own building, you need to understand there shall be minimum disputes, because your own people who have stayed in the same building for 10, 20, 30 years have decided to construct the building. So therefore, you know the parties and stakeholders in the project well in advance and very well. So therefore, it is very likely that you come up with an amicable plan. Definitely, when there is a contribution to be made by the members, then some people will be having limited resource like retired members or some family problems if somebody is having. Then you need to have a mutual resolution plan, how you are going to take it up, how you are going to compensate for the losses for the society, and in any case it is always advisable to resolve the dispute through the alternate dispute resolution mechanism, the arbitration or mediation, so that the matter never goes to the court and you all come on a term and ensure that the self-redevelopment goes through very smoothly. Now, last point I would like to cover, litigation is definitely going to take time. Court matters going to take time. Even arbitration is subject to some delay in case you take defenses of such nature. So therefore, it is better to understand the mutual needs of all the members, especially this new concept of self-development, where government and some selected banks, including the Reserve Bank of India, is trying to promote this very wonderful scheme so that the cooperative movement in Maharashtra grows very fast and also in a most trusted manner. If you have a positive outlook towards development of your own society building by yourself and for yourself, in my opinion, take it from me, if you spend reasonable time in preparing for the redevelopment of your building through the self-development plan, through 100% transparency, professionalism and commitment to construct your own house, your own building, your own amenities, your own well-being, I don't think any matter will go out of control. And even if there will be some small disputes, it can be taken care internally, and you can definitely set a very good role model and a standard and a good example for other societies to follow. With this note, I wish all the societies to start this particular project and ensure you design a proper scheme of execution, plan out your own activities properly, maintain the records in a transparent manner so that your decision helps everybody, and even new buyers will like such a teamwork and definitely join hands with you to purchase their flats in your newly self-developed building. With this note, thank you very much and all the best.